Hi, fellow traders. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late tonight, but had a lot going on today after the market, so just getting around to do a video. But I hope everybody had a good day. I hope you enjoyed your long weekend. You came back rested and ready to go. But one of the issues that I see happen a lot, and I think it happened to me today, is that when we have a long weekend, and I've been on somewhat of a hot streak, I guess, for the last, really since this year started. And, I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to break the rhythm. And it's like that extra day, you build a little bit more anxiety. And so when that day comes, you're just ready to go. So I thought I did a good job in combating that. But as I thought about it and as I saw how things unfolded this morning, it just didn't turn out well. And that's when I had to call a timeout. Now, it's okay to call a timeout. You're not quitting. You're not giving up. Think about a basketball coach when his team starts to unravel or the other team has momentum and he's trying to break that cycle. He'll call a timeout. If one of his players are in trouble or trapped and he doesn't want to take a turnover, he's going to call a timeout. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's smart. So as traders, we have to be smart. When we feel the game getting away from us or we feel like we're trapped and we need some relief, we call a timeout. And that's 100% what I did today. And I talked about this in the last trader mindset segment. One of the big things we talked about was taking a timeout and the different types and why you take it and what do you do during that downtime. So if you guys don't understand that, you need to go back and watch that video. Most people haven't seen it, so they really don't understand what I'm saying, and you're really going to be lost. Because the worst thing you could do is continue to try to force yourself on the day and end up taking loss after loss after loss. And before you know it, you're wrecked. You've lost your confidence. You've lost your trading account. Your significant other might start throwing shoes at you. Who knows? But you have to take a time out whenever you start to feel that way. So, as I talk about what I went through today, hopefully I can explain it a little bit better to you so you can understand what I mean. But first, we're going to talk about the market here. And, Sunday, we were looking at the chart on the SPY, and we saw how it pulled back on Friday. It touched the 20, and then it bounced. And it was a strong bounce going into the close. So for me, it didn't signal that we were going to come down, even though we could. Look at what happened here, where we had this big day. We dipped below the 20. The next day, we actually opened below the 20 on a gap down, a small gap down, but it recovered. Today, we opened with the gap up. We did sell, but the bulls caught it, and we closed strong. And we closed above the 5-day. This is the most aggressive moving average that I use on the daily to kind of give me some more, shorter term sentiment. But if we confirm over this 5 tomorrow, meaning that tomorrow we open higher or trade higher than the high of this candle, we've confirmed it. We've confirmed the hold of the 20. We've confirmed claiming the 5-day. And that's incredibly bullish right now. So, that's what I'm going to be looking at tomorrow. But who knows? Tomorrow we have the inauguration and everything that surrounds it. I'm going to be watching that. I'm probably not going to trade much because to me, this is another historic event, and I want to, experience it. But I will be looking at more swings if we confirm this, because this is saying that we're bullish, and I think the market's going to be a little strong. But like I said, tomorrow with everything going on, you really don't know. So you have to wait for tomorrow. You have to let the market tell you what it's going to do that day. And, then you can kind of make your decision from there. And that's what I'm going to do. But if we hold, if we confirm, I'm pretty sure this is going to be under attack by Wednesday, if not tomorrow, the 52-week high. So that's something that we're going to have to look out for. So I will get in another swing, and I will cover the swing that I took today here in a minute. But that's what I'm looking for out of the market. Now, I have no idea how I got in this trade. I know the stock. I looked at it on my phone. I wasn't even at my desk. I wasn't even home when this news came out. I heard it on the radio, and I looked at the chart on my phone, and then I stuck my phone back into the little pouch on my hoodie, and evidently, and I don't understand how I could have taken this trade, because if you use the mobile app, the mobile TD Ameritrade app, not only you could click trade, but then you have to confirm. So there's like 2 steps that you have to go through in order to take the trade. So I don't know how it did it in my pocket without me knowing it, but I guess it had. But you guys know I don't day trade stocks under $20. So this wasn't a day trade for me. The only reason I looked at this is because I have this stock in my long-term portfolio. This is one of the top black-owned companies in the market. My black-owned companies. And so I have a couple of them in my portfolio, my long-term portfolio. And I've had this for a while. Matter of fact, this thing ran up. Let me see if I can find a daily chart of it. Hold on. But last summer, this this stock ran up to like $50 from like $2. And when I bought it, it was less than $1. Oh man, I'm logged out. I must be logged out. Hold on. Let's see. UONE. Or maybe I typed in the wrong thing. See, this is what it did last summer. And so I heard it. I heard them talking about it on the radio, and I just looked up the stock. I knew the ticker. So I'm saying this because when I log in tomorrow, you're going to see this position on. And it's not that I didn't tell anybody, I didn't call it out or anything like that. It wasn't a trade I was looking to take. So it's just one of those things. But when you look at my thing in the morning, when I log on and you see that position on, that's where it came from. So PTON, this was the first trade of the day. Awesome opening range breakdown. And nice base hit on it. And it ripped up against me. Stopped me back out at break even. I jumped back in it as it's going down. and I don't know. I get spooked out. I don't know what the hell happened. But I ended up, here it kind of like we made a lower high. Or I think I saw it on the 2-minute and it looked like it was recovering. So I bailed out as it was starting to come back up. And then it turned around and started working. Of course, I jump in it again when we're trying to break the lows here. We started to make a move, and then it ripped up on me, and I took it off. It was just one of those days. And so I was frustrated with the price action. I was chasing this thing around, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? So then I go to SQ, and I missed the big move on SQ. I'm frustrated because after these first two trades, I'm looking at SQ, and I'm pissed off because it made a huge move. The moves I like to trade on SQ, and it's starting to get into my head. And so it caused me to start doing stupid stuff here. But then once I got out of this, of course, I ran over to SQ and was trying to get cute and catch the bounce. Well, I got it, and it did not quite do what I wanted to do. So I got in, I bought it, ended up selling it, and then I turned around and shorted it, ended up getting stopped out, and I'm like, okay, that's enough. That I'm done for the day. It's time to it's time to call a timeout. And as I assessed the market and didn't see anything, everything was kind of trading in its channels, kind of like this. And then when I saw some break out, they weren't following through. I'm like, no, this just isn't a market for me. I'll probably, I could probably grind out back to break even, but more than likely, I would have probably lost a little bit more. I'm not at my max loss. It's just that I'm unsettled, and I needed to get settled. So when I went to lunch, I came back, I looked at the market, and still, nothing was really going. Now, Facebook was on our watch. And if you look at the 60-minute chart on Facebook, look at all the resistance it had to trade through. And I don't buy into all of this. So even though it traded through everything, that's fine. I'm not gonna force it. I just wait till the next day. And that's what I did. So this was how all of the stocks that were breaking out looked. And this is why a lot of them only made small moves, got stuffed, and then pulled back in. This just happened to be a strong stock. I think Facebook got upgraded, so it was a little bit stronger than normal. But I wasn't going to mess with it. It just wasn't worth it. But that's kind of what I saw across the board. And so I just kind of walked away from it. Not worrying about even dealing with that. So the swing trade I took, this was the speculation oversold hook strategy that we covered on Sunday. Twitter was one, SRPT was the other. This the one I told you, this is my favorite one. Look at the big window of opportunity. And I felt we could recover at least half of this gap, especially if we got some positive news. So today was a really good, strong day. This was the best day that this stock has had in the last week. So if we could string together another day like this, I could get 100 easy, maybe take some more profit at 105. But my idea is that we can recover at least half of this gap down. That's all I'm looking for. I'm just looking for half of it. If I can get half, I'd be great. But we'll see. It was a really strong day today. We held over the 5-day moving average. We held over the high of this previous bounce here. So everything's looking good. And like I said, we don't know what we're going to wake up to tomorrow. Right now, the SPY is coming in. I think it's under 30. It's under $379 now. So we don't know what we're going to wake up to tomorrow. But, you know, so far the way it closed, everything's going to look good. And like I said, there's a couple more on our watch list that look decent today that hasn't really broken out, and they're still right for an entry. So if everything looks good, I'll grab another swing tomorrow. But because I'm focusing on day trading, I'm not going to take, 2 or 3 swing entries. Just because it's on my watch doesn't mean I'm going to take it. It's just like my day trading watch list. I don't trade every stock on the watch list. I trade the ones that I feel is setting up right now. It's going to give me the best opportunity right now. And I do the same thing with swing trading. So maybe another one tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. But I am going to watch the inauguration. I'm going to watch whatever they put on. If they put Trump send off in the morning, whatever he's trying to do, I'm going to watch that. I watch everything. I don't turn my head away from anything, because you never know where you're going to find those nuggets that's going to help you. So I look at everything, and I make up my own mind. So, I think that helps me a lot. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great night, and I will catch you tomorrow.